Hello and welcome back to my continuing coverage of Massive Darkness. I'm going to have a look at the effectively terrain pieces today and also have a quick look at the dice as well. Well, this is the marble dice, which I believe was a Kickstarter exclusive. So you've got the green, the yellow, the red and the blue. So various faces, so you've got your shield, your double shield with an impact, your triple shield with a kind of diamond, your blank face, so pretty standard for the set. Your yellow dice here with single sword, blank face obviously, double sword with an impact, and I think that was it, yeah. The blue dice, so quite a few single shields and then a shield with an impact and then a couple of blank faces, so yeah, roll nicely. Then the reds, so single, double with an impact, triple with your little gem, and then a few blank faces. So pretty much the same as what comes in the box set, except with a nice marbling pattern. So that's the marble dice. Much more impressive to me are these frost dice. These look really, really nice. I'm not going to bother opening them. They're basically the same as the others, but they've got this beautiful sort of swirly crystal look, hence why they're called frost, and they're just so much nicer in my opinion than the marble dice and the ones that come in the base set. And I'm a little bit concerned maybe I should have bought more of these when I had the chance. I can't remember whether these are going to hit retail or not. I think they would sell very well because they are very pretty and very nice, and a nice little simple stocking filler for someone who's picked up Massive Darkness. I'm now going to have a look, obviously, at the 3D elements you could pick up. So this is the chest and pillars. So as it says here, 15 normal treasure chests, 4 special, and 6 pillars. And these are great because obviously they work for Massive Darkness. They're going to work for the Zombicide games. They're going to work for Dungeon Saga. They might even work for games like Kingdom Death. The various GW fantasy kind of dungeon crawlers, etc, etc. So these, in my opinion, are a great purchase because not only do they work great for Massive Darkness, but for many, many other games as well. So let's get inside the box. Right, so upon opening the box, I have to say first impressions are good. Now it's got this rather awkward sort of clam shelly arrangement, which keeps them quite secure, but it's a bit of a pain, and I think we might have some sellotape. Let me just take care of that. Right, 2 bits of sellotape later, we finally get it open. So they're hollow chests, but they're very, very pretty. I do like these, they're rather nice. So the detail is crisp, very, very nice sculpts. Totally, unnecessary for the game to be playable, but just a lovely little addition. Although, of course, cardboard has the advantage by being flat of not getting in the way. Now, the special chests give you a nice different look. It would have been nice to maybe get a few more of them, but there you go. Pillars, they do have some minor variety. Yes, they stand like that, but you could also, I guess, stand it the other way up if you really wanted to. But yeah, there does seem to be some subtle variation between them. They're not all 100% identical by the looks of it, but yeah, not a huge variety in those. They will do the job, though, as very nice little 3D pillars, and these are what I'm thinking you might be able to make use of on Kingdom Death, maybe, as the fallen pillars. So anyway, that's the pillar and chest set. Let's move on to the door and bridges. So the door and bridges, apparently we've got 5 of type A, type B, type C, and then 2 little bridges thrown in as well. So let's get this box open and deal with any sellotape. Well, on opening the box, it looks pretty impressive. So let's get this open. So the bridges, are they both the same? I guess they are. Yeah, they're basically both the same. In fact, I'd say they're identical. Pretty simple little thing, just lay it on your tile. Yeah, I think that would paint up quite nice. Now the doors, they do in fact open, so very nice. So we've got this sort of wooden door. Then we've got the nice pointed, slightly ornate sort of church door. And again, just sort of slides in, and then obviously once you click it on the base, you've got a nice swinging door. And then the final door is this. So I guess these two types are compatible. This one stands by itself. Yeah, quite nice. And then the base is pretty simple, just clicks in place, I'm guessing. So let's see. Right, hold on. Right, so rather weirdly, the door actually goes on this way around with the bit sticking out. I guess it also means that way you can swing the door open and it hits this stop. Now these are going to be great for things like Zombicide, and obviously for their intended purpose of Massive Darkness. A little bit of an air gap between the frame and the door, but you know, who cares really? It looks really good, and it would save me a lot of 3D printing, because with the 15 doors, yeah, that's 15 doors less that I need to 3D print, because I had actually managed to find some suitable Zombicide doors, and they do come apart relatively easily, and then obviously you just drop it back in. So yes, very nice. I actually wish now I'd bought more of these doors. I only bought the one pack. I would have probably been better off buying two. Anyway, let's move on to the tiles now. Now this set of tiles, you did get sort of a, I believe, a slightly cut down version of this actually in the Kickstarter box. And as it says here, you get 6 new lava and crystal tiles and a campaign to play them. So when you flip it over, you've got your various tiles, and obviously there's a little quest book inside. So let's get this shrink off. Okay, well, I'm just going to comment about the packaging of these tiles. Now, whilst they're all shrink wrapped, they're all nicely held, but because they're just this sort of slip case design, once you actually open up the packaging, it's going to be a little bit of a pain to store it. Anyway, you've got your little campaign here with some rules and stuff, so I'm not going to spoil that too much, but there's a little campaign pack. Then you've got your lovely tiles, and these are just beautiful. I mean, you've got a little bath there, and mammoth skull. Anyway, I think we've pretty much seen most of these from my main box you know, opening up video. So yeah, lots of really good stuff. Now the quality's great. Little sort of torture chamber there, the alchemy lab, the watery floor. Yeah, these are really nice tiles. They're going to work well with Zombicide, with Massive Darkness itself. I could even see these sort of with a little bit of adaptation being usable with things like Dungeon Saga and the various TSR dungeon games. You know, if you're prepared to do a little bit of extra work, these will become multi-purpose, but obviously they're going to be great for Massive Darkness. Really nice set of tiles. Really do like these, and I love this sort of Mines of Moria sort of thing going on here. So again, another thing maybe for tabletop battles of like The Hobbit, for example. Really nice set of tiles there. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the train. Now, as part of the train, there's also 3D printing options. So if I make this go on here so it's a bit more easily visible, I've got this printable scenery, kind of trebuchet. I've also got a nice giant pile of skulls. I can't remember who these were from, but yeah, there's lots of 3D printing options as well to pimp your game, and I think having the 3D elements really lifts the game. I have seen people start to do 3D printed walls to make walls more obvious. All sorts of stuff you can do to pimp Massive Darkness and Zombicide, and definitely worth looking into. And of course this trebuchet will come in useful once the Green Horde turns up. Anyway, there you go. Let's put this all away, and I've got some more videos to shoot to show you the rest of the stuff that came with the Kickstarter order. Well, moving on with my Massive Darkness coverage, we're going to have a look at the enemy boxes. So we're going to start off with the Troglodytes. So as it says on the cover here, 22 miniatures and 13 cards, and then when you flip it over you've got the various figures with the Minotaur.